Welcome into the DBU Cross Country Insider along with Patriots head coach Jacob Phillips, Noah Joy, and Rylee Cristan. I'm Reagan Ratcliffe. Patriots have already competed in two events this year, the DBU Orville Rogers XC Opener, in which they claimed first place, both the men and women's, and they ran a reduced squad last week at the Gerald Ritchie Invitational. And Coach, let's start with you. What have you seen to the team for the first couple of weeks?
Yeah, I mean, our summer was great. The opener was awesome. I mean, the women went first through eighth. I think we had 10 in the top 15. Men, we had the top 4 places. I think we had 6 in the top 12. We're in a good spot. Going forward, the meets start to count now, though, right? Like, if you want to go to nationals, you got to beat teams. And so that starts this weekend, and we're going to go up and we're going to race some really good squads. I mean, I think there's 3 or 4 teams on both sides that are ranked ahead of us in the national rankings and in the regional rankings. And so outside of regionals, this will probably be the most competitive meet we run all year. But I think we're in a good spot. I think we've got a great team. I think we're not there yet, but I think it's the best 2 teams that we've had in a long time, if not ever.
We'll start on the men's side here with our conversation. Noah was the Lone Star Conference Freshman of the Week in his debut, and what a way to start your career. 5th place finish overall, time of 26 minutes and 26 seconds. How do you describe the feeling of getting that top 5 finish, and what was your approach that day at the race?
It was just really exciting. The goal going into the race, Coach Phillips wanted us to pack run, and so we grouped up off the line. We were close together through the first half of the race, and just as the race went on, I just decided I was just going to hold on as long as I could to the top group, and there was a UT Tyler guy up there. We got in front of him and then just finished out the race, and it was a really good feeling to be top 5. I never imagined I'd be top 5 in my first collegiate race.
And not only was Noah top 5 as a freshman, but 3 freshmen that finished in the top 12. And I know in talking with Coach Phillips how strong this freshman class is, and what is the sense that you get as you work with these guys day in, day out as to how special this group of freshmen can be?
Yeah, so we practice together every day, and I'm running constantly with the guys. We're in the same dorms. We basically do life together. So, I mean, this group is really special. We're all friends, and I feel like we can really work together well. There's lots of talent here.
Well, from a freshman to a senior in Rylee Cristan, part of a team that went to the Nationals last season. And Rylee, 2 weeks into this year, where do you sense this team is, maybe compared to where you were last season?
I think this team is really special, kind of like what Noah was saying. It's just amazing like how much we've grown since last year. I think that we've all made the switch of just wanting to be top 10 at nationals to believing we can be top 10 at nationals. So I think that's really going to propel us forward, and our team is just very cohesive. We get along so well. We know where our strength comes from. It comes from God, and we believe that. And so I think we have something really exciting coming up this season. And if one of us has a bad day at practice, somebody else steps up and encourages the other one. So I think we have something very special. So
well, you've got a great weekend coming up. You go to Colorado, first of 2 trips up there. You've been up there before. What are the keys to running a race in Colorado, because it is different with the altitude?
Yeah, for sure. Altitude is very different, but I think believing in the training that we've done is the most important thing, because we've trained in really tough conditions this summer. It's been super humid, super hot, and honestly, that might even be tougher than altitude. So I think that we're going to be just fine, and just racing in a pack and being conservative early, but knowing that we're strong and we can finish strong. I think that's just the main keys for racing at altitude.
But as the regional preview this weekend, it is the first of 2 trips to Washington Park in Denver, Colorado. You'll be there for regionals, but this first trip up there, knowing that you've got another chance to go up there for a bigger stage, what do you want to see from the team this weekend?
Well, first off, I think Rylee could be a coach. I mean, that's a great answer. I think just like what she said, like we want to go up there and we want to prove to them that this altitude is not that big of a deal, right? Like, we train in the heat, the humidity. We're going to go up there. It's going to be 58 degrees at race time. That's going to feel like heaven to us, and there's no humidity. And so, but really, we want to walk away from this weekend saying, okay, where do we need to be in 8 weeks? Because I think it's 8 weeks out from this race. And really, like she said, like Noah said, we pack run, we group hunt, and we want to be together. We want to be a little conservative early so we can walk away and say, I could have gone faster, coach, or that was right for this point in time. But really, I mean, we're going to see Colorado School of Mines. They're a tremendous program, men's and women's. University of Colorado, Colorado Springs, Colorado Christian. Like these are 3 of the best teams in the country, and that's where we believe we belong, right? And so we want to go up there and we want to see where we're at compared to those teams. But But really, like they said, we want to be together. We want to race hard together, and really see where we're at with knowing we have 8 weeks to figure it out after that, right? So.
And it's going to be a great weekend of competition. Of course, you got the Arkansas Chili Pepper Festival coming up. The Old Glory Gallop, for Patriot fans who want to get a chance to see these teams in action, October the 15th, that'll be at Lynn Creek Park in Grand Prairie. I know that's going to be an exciting time with the inaugural event, the Old Glory Gallop. So that's all for our DBU Cross Country Insider. For Patriot head coach Jacob Phillips, for Noah Joy and Rylee Cristan, I'm Reagan Ratcliffe.